härliga svenska västkusten. Ett himmelrike för kapare, sillkungar och annat slodder. Livet i den bohuslänska skärgården har alltid varit starkt bundet till havet och gåvorna havet ger från sitt djup. När sillen kom in bodde öborna i överflöd och rikedom. Men när sillen plötsligt försvann efter ett par årtiden så föll öborna ner i ett förskräcklig fattigdom och vedermöda. Skärgården är svår att navigera med starka strömmar och lömska grund. Sjöjungfrun styr över havet, vågorna och alla djupets varelser. Hon sägs ha en fiskstjärt istället för ben, en urgröpt fiskfjäderstäckt rygg och gälar. Sjöfarare och visa något blidka henne med offergåvor. Hon kunde belöna det som erbjöd henne gåvor med gynnsamma vindar eller stora fiskfångster. Men å den andra sidan, det som inte erbjöd henne något, kunde hon straffa genom att skicka stormar eller placera isberg i deras väg.
Did you click the button?
It says starting soon.
That's a delay. We're live for real.
Hello
Are we?
again.
Hi.
Can people hear us? Excellent.
Man, we're terrible at this.
One day at a time, y'all. One day at a time.
We're
Oh, I was on the old one.
professionals.
Just go ahead and give it a reload.
Anywho, welcome back. Skipped a week. Already forgot what's going on. I'm tired. I'm sunburned. My dog won a ton of prizes. That's why we're late. Tag goblins are evil. Michael, would you like to reintroduce yourself, only this time audibly?
Yeah, hi. My name is Mikyl. You can find me at Mikyl Sandoval on Twitter and on Instagram. I play Komrik, the American officer.
Wilde.
Hello, I'm Wilde, at Wilde Engineer on Twitch and Twitter. And I am playing Fredrik, the manservant to Linnea, who occasionally goes to bars and drinks and waits for people to start fights with him.
I mean, everybody needs a hobby, I guess. Astrid, also known as Baker. Could you turn your name around in the Zoom screen so your
Yes.
darling brain fried GM doesn't keep doing this for the next 2 hours?
Yes. My name is Baker. You can find me at Baker_TTRPG on Twitter. I am never on there unless I'm arguing with trolls about politics. And otherwise, you can find the much happier version of me at Minneapolis Baker on Instagram. I play Astrid, and we're the same person.
Remind me never to drink or eat anything you make, you little poison.
I am an excellent cook. Don't eat the things I bake. I'm terrible at baking.
Eva.
Wow, I just tried to combine like 5 things. Hi, I'm Eva. I am currently unmuted. I am playing Linnea, your plucky private detective, for this current session of Vaesen. If we make it, she'll be here next week too.
I mean, I see no reason why this could possibly go wrong. Hi, my name is Anniek. I'm the Game Master. I play everybody else. You can find me on Twitter and Anniekster. Basically, same disclaimer as Baker there, and usually forget it exists and then hop back on. Sorry, I was briefly distracted by things happening on camera. I see a lot of excited faces because our recap today is going to be a wild adventure. Take it away,
Yes.
Wild.
Recap. Stuff happened. Cool. Okay, no.
Everybody lived.
Yeah, so last time we did some, information gathering. Komrik went to the church for some reason. We don't remember why. Astrid had made sure to give coins to the lake gods. Not sure what's going on with these ones. Are they the same ones? Who knows? Fredrik managed to get some info on the was it the old wife herring and her apparently deceased husband from serious circumstances and missing child. And yeah, now we're traveling across to our destination, and there's some ripples and was it spiny waves in the water? Something like that. Something ominous or not ominous. We're not sure. It's, it could just be standard waves that just happen to look like some serpent or something. Who knows?
Definitely nothing ominous.
Not that.
It's all fine and good. Most of you were in fact on the deck of this adorable, I think we were allowed to call it a sloop at this point, that was ferrying you from Fjellbacka to Wrecker Isle, as accompanied by Father Utgren, who met you on the docks there. Why is that a face you're making? Is it a tech face, or is it you don't like Father Utgren face?
It was a small spider climbing out from between the mechanical keys of the other keyboard face. It's fine.
Do we need to pause while you burn down your house?
No, it's a little friendly one.
Just don't burn down a forest.
Okay.
Yeah, it's way too dry.
Or an entire state.
Fair. Okay, maybe don't burn things, leave the spider be.
Yeah, it's...
Is that Oklahoma that's currently on fire? Did someone try to kill a spider?
Baker, focus.
Sorry.
Thank you. You are on the deck of this adorable little sloop, heading to Wrecker Isle. There is a lot of fishing boats that I described earlier. Just currently heading in towards the islands after a day on the ocean. And yes, before we ended last time, you were watching, after someone pointed it out to you, some disturbance in the water. You saw a certain amount of spines break through the water surface, crest back down again, and after that you could see the water sort of roiling and roiling and roiling. Nothing else has surfaced, but the water is churning, for lack of a better word. The boat is starting to rock a little more. No one else on the ship seems particularly concerned.
If no one else seems particularly concerned, Linnea is going to step a little bit closer to Astrid, who I believe drew her knife. But she herself is going to pull out her binoculars and see what she can see of this thing.
Okay.
It does seem like the others see it, right? Like the ship folk.
No, they don't really seem to be paying it any attention. You're not sure if they're not seeing it or if they're used to it, but no one's like standing at the bow and pointing at this thing.
And we're all up there, right?
All four
We're all
of
up on the
you
bow?
and some other people from the ship.
I let Linnea know cautiously that don't look it directly in the eyes.
Oh, good to know. Are its eyes in the usual spots, or?
Yes. Well, I came across something like this. We could talk about it later. It's not a big deal.
This seems like something to discuss. Yeah.
I
she's
went.
gonna brace her feet, like as there's another roll on the.
It's going a little more like this.
Right. No, I think in looking around, he makes it visible that there's obviously people he doesn't want to know about this certain situation that he's talking about. So he's, he looks around and says, no, this isn't really the right time for that conversation. Just don't look it directly in its eyes.
Astrid's going to lean over and be like, is this the one who made a snack of your shipmates?
Yes,
Okay.
it is.
Okay, let's have this discussion soon, though, because I feel like that's important.
It's 100%. Don't look it in the eyes. It could hypnotize you. That's what happened to me. That's all you need to know. Go. All right.
Linnea is going to
You're doing
direct her
great.
focus with the binoculars, like a little.
I'm sorry, that was the
back.
lamest semi-bardic inspiration ever. You're doing great.
I think Frederick's gonna be like, if we're concerned, maybe we should move to the center of the boat and not.
We're
So
getting
close
into the
to the edge.
splash zone of things, yes.
Yeah, this is worrisome. We should probably move back, and Komrik's just gonna look for whoever's piloting the boat.
Okay, currently at the helm is the first mate.
Is it normal to have these kinds of waves as we cross to Wrecker's Isle?
Yes, sir. Waves in the ocean are normal. Yes. Both go woo. Yes.
All right. Oh,
Astrid's gonna lean over and go, are waves supposed to have that many spikes in them?
What spikes?
Komrik just puts his head down and walks away.
All right.
Sea serpent, ahoy! Yeah.
Frederick's gonna walk up to the first mate and just be like, Americans.
I thought I heard that. Are there normally waves in the ocean?
Valid.
That's a bear shit in the woods.
This is like
I assume. I've never seen it there.
a small sound, right? Like it's in I don't know. Oh.
Just keep digging that hole.
Komrik fails.
I really enjoyed the way you phrased that question.
I'm
That's
gonna
great.
leave this decision up to the party, and I won't do it if y'all say no. But part of me wants to reach my hand into the water and like maybe see if I can see anything.
Frederick won't stop you.
I'll point out that getting your hand into the water involves very nearly climbing out of the ship.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Unless you're willing to, unless you're like slapping at spray, which
I'm
is
pretty
fine
sure-
with me. I kind of want to see it happen, but getting like a
Yeah.
hand submerged
You're
in the
enticing
water and
Astrid to
keeping
do
it
this.
there, that would involve some physical skill to not go overboard.
Anybody got a rope?
Astrid does.
That is a good question.
I do have a rope.
I wonder if
Everybody
anyone
does.
brought rope.
I'm enabling this.
Uh-huh.
It's official.
What are the chances that the ship stops me? Like, what are the chances that the crew stops me?
The crew doesn't give a fuck. Udgren might question your sanity and write a letter to a different chapter of the society asking for a more competent group to assist him.
All right, I won't do it. I'm thinking about it, but I won't do it.
So I don't need to change the episode title to "Fuck it, we're doing this." Okay.
There's yet time.
Okay, but that
I
makes
was really
it
trying to
more
be the
tempting.
cool uncle, right? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
I'll help you. Yeah,
like,
sure.
Just getting that title alone kind of makes it more tempting.
I feel like we'll
Again,
get
you
there.
still have 2 hours to do something
Right,
to
right.
earn
We have
that
plenty
title.
of time
Okay.
to muck this up.
I
yeah.
will
Mhm.
briefly, just out of character and stuff, sort of remind you about your DM being tired and sunburned and if we're going to roll against each other, it might not end well for you. I encourage it still, but I would feel remiss if I didn't repeat my earlier warning when everyone, oh god, she's gonna teach me chaos. I am not aiming to teach chaos, but I will allow it.
Cool.
If you bring it upon yourself, I won't say no.
I'll wait until we're on the docks and then I'll do it. It's the same.
This isn't Ryutama. I don't have a magical hedgehog that's going to save you laying around.
Can we play Ryutama? I want a magical hedgehog.
How can you say no to that?
I'll run Ryutama again at some point. Magical hedgehog included.
Or can we have a Vaesen Ryutama fever dream?
Yes, I was just thinking that.
Or what if we run into like some fae and we convince them to turn the like uppity priest into like a hedgehog?
He hasn't done anything
good
yet.
Thoughts. Perhaps though, focus on the task at hand.
He is sort of.
Okay.
Do I see
Get
anything?
to Wrecker Isle alive.
Do I see anything noteworthy without looking this creature in the face, specifically its eyes, with my binocular situation, or is it like a lost cause with the?
Unless your binocular specifically has these really cool polarized lenses that you let you see through the surface of the water. No.
Okay, I didn't know if it was like still like, it's completely submerged still.
It is completely submerged. It is underwater and fine.
Okay, then I'm putting them safely back in my bag and holding on to something. Actually, while I'm in my bag, I will probably get some more shiny silver, even though I know Astrid just did this, and chuck it in that general direction just as sort of a, maybe it wasn't enough.
Yeah, prices increase every first of the month.
Right.
Are there any, say, like buckets of fish or like fishing things or like bait kind of stuff laying around?
I mean, there isn't supposed to be, but yes, some of the crew fish while they're making their crossing, so you could try and sneak one of their prized catches from a bucket somewhere.
Are you trying to catch this thing?
No.
Where would it go? How would
net.
it fit?
Yes. Jeez.
Astrid's gonna like dig in her pack and pull out like part of one of the like dried meat rations that she has and also throw that in there in the water.
Okay.
If
How many rations are we talking about?
I'll throw 1 day's worth of rations. I'll throw 1 meal worth of rations because I think I said.
I'm pretty sure you packed a lot of stuff because you were incredibly rich.
I packed enough rations for each one of us for 3 days.
And it was good food, if I recall.
It was the good.
Yeah, you got the good stuff.
So I'll throw 1 day, because they're packed up like breakfast, lunch, and dinner for a day. I'll throw 1 of those in there.
I love how Astrid's basically walking around with these little meal prepped boxes going, this is your lunch, and this is your dinner. Don't mix them. Lunch has extra carbs.
And I was like, wait, did you
extra carbs are important in the morning.
We all question it.
Okay, so we have extra coins being offered, we have food being offered, we have Fredrik sneaking away to get some fish. Are you just grabbing the fish and chucking it, or are you trying not to let the crew see you're taking their fish? Stealing fish from peasants, Fredrik? Really?
No, I don't want to steal their fish. I just want to try and steal some of their bait. And I don't want them to see me doing it.
In that case, I'm gonna need a stealth roll. Right, normal.
That's 4 dice. Nope.
I have 1 success to spot you. How did you do?
I have no successes.
Great. One of the men sees you looking at the fish, looking at like their tackle boxes, and sort of going for the bait. And he doesn't sort of stop you, He does make the universal gesture of gotta pay for it.
Can I toss him a coin then?
Yes.
I'll
What
do that.
kind of coin? Are we talking copper?
Like, assuming I don't know how much the fish actually costs, I'll give him a silver or something like that.
That's silver. Very nice. Hang on. I have a dog walking around on my feet here. He catches the coin, and he does that really gross thing that doesn't even help, and he sort of bites it to see if it's any good, and walks away.
Cool.
You have fish. Congratulations.
Nice.
It is the uncleaned, unbeheaded, it's just a regular ass fish. This is a very eerie pose. I think we lost Wilde.
Seems like it.
Alright, Komrik, what are you up to?
Did I recall that they made any tithes or any
No, I asked this question.
I think you did ask that last episode and I just forgot.
Which
But it
is-
didn't seem like they made any arrangements.
The way
Reason.
it was partly described is that they do have like the regular tokens and markings that would match people who believe this sort of stuff. Like, this isn't a good Christian sailboat. They still believe in the old ways, but no one specifically mentioned tithes were paid.
But I've been paying them, so maybe
You've been paying a lot.
we won't get eaten.
Right, yeah. No,
Can
I'm just
the people questioning this roll? It's not really learning. You should not really have a book to think to read this thing.
Investigation?
Like, if this were D&D, I'd ask for like a general intelligence check. So maybe just logic. Just logic.
just straight up logic.
Just straight up logic. Just thinking things through, not relying on anything external.
That's a fail.
Okay.
I got 1-6.
1-6. Okay. For 1-6, as you're discussing, so we've been tithing, we've thrown food on it. Between that light that you saw on the lake and things you've read in preparation for this particular journey, there are a lot of things that live in the water. Not all of them require or accept tithes and bribes. And there can be a bit of a hierarchy where certain Vaesen can control or ally with other Vaesen. So it is entirely possible that this roiling sea serpent isn't interested in tithes, either because that's not a thing sea serpents do, or because it got orders from someone it's much more interested in pleasing, or he just had a really shit day. But in general, tithing when you cross an ocean is always a good idea because there are a lot of Vaesen that do accept the tithes, but it's not a guarantee of safe passage. It increases your odds by a lot, but they're not perfect.
Astrid's gonna look at Komrik and go, "Did you tell me you didn't bring the ring? Do you have it on you? Is it on you? Have you checked if it's on you? You son of a bitch!"
I was gonna say that
Of
face.
course. I mean, of course I have it with me.
You son of a bitch! What did I say?
There was no place for me to leave it. We are already on the road.
No. I said, it would have been left at home had you not taken it back.
Mm-hmm. I know what you said.
I said don't bring it on the water.
And I heard your words, and I made my decision and went on with life.
Okay, so if everyone on this boat dies, just know it's on you, most likely.
And I pull out the ring.
A little wet.
It's wet.
It's wet.
Yeah, throw that in the ocean, please.
Yeah. And I'll just hold. So I have it in a handkerchief, and it's. I'll just hold on to it in my palm.
Roll observation.
While he's looking at the ring, Astrid's going to lean over to Linnea and in a very quiet voice go, I say we sacrifice him. I'm half kidding.
3 successes.
3 successes. As you're holding this ring in the handkerchief in your hand, it stays wet and it smells a little salty and a little fishy, but not necessarily in an unpleasant way. You know, not the way Astrid smelled after she got pulled into a vision that wasn't meant for her because she's a busybody. And as you're holding this ring, the ocean starts to settle down.
I open the handkerchief and I take the ring out and I hold it up and look at the inscription inside.
Mm-hmm.
Can I read it?
No.
Or is it still a language I don't know?
Still a language you don't know.
And I put it up to my hand and I slide it onto my finger.
As that ring slides on your finger, and the moment it crosses that last knuckle, you again see that crest of spines as the sea creature, I already gave away it was a sea serpent, makes this big barrel roll, sending one last large wave towards your vessel, and disappears in the deep.
He'll step back from the water and move towards the back of the boat, just by himself.
Okay.
Astrid's going to go, I think he just got married and I don't think his wife is very nice.
That's the... No.
I think that's her pet. I think we need to be worried about like how manipulative she is. Like if she's gonna kill an entire boat of people because he's not wearing his wedding ring, what will she do when he can't like breathe underwater?
At least he's not married to the serpent.
I mean, fair. Though I saw them. They're also pretty serpent-like.
Can we see Wrecker Island?
So you see a lot of islands.
I'll switch to the map for...
Yeah. Also switching to the map to see probably where you are. I think by now it's hard to tell where Wrecker Isle actually is because it is so massively covered and surrounded by ships and boats. It is as bad as you imagined when you first heard it. The boats are just bow to stern to bow to stern to bow to stern. Like they've made this whole floating, I was gonna say pleasure palace, but honestly it's too gross to be called that. But basically you can walk from one island to Wrecker Island just across the decks of all of these ships that are moored here. Now that you're no longer distracted by a sea serpent, you can hear what you assume is shouting sailors, both by the carrying tone of voice and the vulgarity of the words they're using. There's that lovely background voice of snapping sails. It smells like this fish smell is very sour. And now that you're approaching and those roiling waves have fucked off, there's like this oil train on the water that's spreading. You're pretty sure you know what direction Wrecker Isle is in. Yeah.
After all this, I think Fredrik's gonna go. Oh, Komrik, I didn't realize that you had gotten married. Congratulations on your nuptials. And I hand him a fish. I got you a gift.
Be careful, it might be his wife's cousin.
Oh. It's the other side of the family. We don't talk about that side. Thank you, Fredrik. I appreciate that. I don't know what just happened, but I'm pretty sure I have an idea of. Yeah. Thank you. That's yeah. He's a little flustered. He doesn't know. Yeah. How did he? Thank you for the fish, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Pops.
No. He just walks away.
Well.
Alright.
Congratulations seems not quite like the right word. We'll talk about this later. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
It will come up. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Where is Carl Eric?
Sorry, who?
Is that not his name?
Oscar.
Oscar.
Oh, Carl Eric's the dead man. Sorry. Oscar.
Yes. Cole Eric is 6 feet underground. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Oscar is below deck, happily pretending he's not on his way to... So he does want to go clear his mentor's name, but he's not particularly thrilled to be journeying to Wrecker Isle with you. He's conflicted. He's just he's just below decks after he answered your questions and you had a little powwow with the four of you. He sort of excused himself.
We have that effect on people. Had we already gotten the... Do we have a cover story for why we're on Wrecker Isle, or...
To you. I don't think that was discussed.
We didn't even talk about it.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think
Okay.
you got that far. You are definitely nearing Wrecker Isle. So
I will go...
even though you didn't feel the need to do it in the past 14 days, no time like the present.
Yeah, I will go find him. It's a sloop. It can't be that big.
It is absolutely not that big. It is very easy to find him.
A little knock on the open...
On the bulkhead, yes.
Yeah. Oscar, real quick. She's gonna look around and make sure there's no sailors, at least, like, right next to her.
Not this time, no.
Have you already made arrangements for us on the island, where we're staying? Do you...
I mean, there's only one inn.
Right, but...
So I have made no arrangements, no.
Okay.
I didn't know how many people were coming or who was coming or... and in the past, of course, Rollo was very much the kind to want to do it his own way.
That is
So
very Rollo.
I never presumed.
So you haven't told anyone that you're coming or that you're bringing people over?
No. There's also just... there's not really someone to tell. Like...
Okay. I wanted to...
There's a lot of people traveling in and out. It's not like we dock and we have to register our names or anything.
Sure. Will people...
Quite the opposite, actually.
Will people be surprised to see you? I believe you said that you have only been over there a couple of times.
I don't think they will be surprised to see me. I don't necessarily think they will be happy to see me.
Perhaps it's better then for us not to particularly be seen friendly in your company when we disembark then, just so that we can have sort of a clean slate when we get on the island.
As you see fit. They mainly dislike me because I try to make them see the error of their ways. So
sure.
I think that should not be much of a problem with the company you're keeping. To convince them that you don't necessarily care about their souls.
One thing at a time, right?
Yes.
All right. Great. Then you take care, enjoy the rest of your journey, and I am sure we will fill you in at the tavern inn.
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 It is called the Inn.
How quaint.
Quaint suggests a certain charm and old-fashioned goodness. There's nothing charming or good about this place, I can assure you.
How did I know you were going to say that? All right. Thank you for your help. Are you planning on sticking around the area?
Yes.
Okay. All right. We'll let you know as soon as we find anything. And she is going to duck out and try and find literally any other party member to
Just anybody else.
literally anybody else.
Basically, if you come up the little stairs, you have the option of turning right, where Astrid and Fredrik are doing who knows what, or turning left, where Komrik is contemplating his life choices.
She'll take one look at Komrik and turn and head towards Fredrik.
Fair enough.
Hey, Fredrik. We, I think, need some sort of reason or cover story for being on Wrecker Isle. This is not exactly a top tourist destination, I don't think. Do you think we, the four of us, I already regret this question, could pass as investors of some sort, or...
No.
Okay.
Are you willing to use your family name?
I would really rather not.
Because that is what would gain us clout.
How much does my mother like fish?
She doesn't.
Cool.
You do know one other
You
person.
have to be able to eat it because you can't be rich in Sweden and avoid fish altogether. But if you're like, we're investing in the largest herring place in the country, she'd be like, that is gross, and we are not doing that.
Yeah, that feels right.
You do know one other person who has clout, if in name rather than wealth, who is looking to curry your favor?
I mean, really, by the time word gets back to anyone, we will probably be done here, right?
Or by the time word gets back, we'll be in town just in time for him to have heard it.
And
You
a good
could
picnic will smooth everything over, right?
You could also say it's an early wedding present.
Oh, that's a bit ambitious. That's...
I'm sure your mother would be pleased.
Yeah, your mom would actually probably be pretty happy about that one. If you were like, I thought about maybe investing in your name as an early wedding present.
And that's only if... I mean, we can just say, thinking about it. You know, it doesn't have to be a committed... set in stone thing.
I mean, I'm sure business people do not talk. So.
I'm also very happy to hear other ideas. The four of us are going to walk onto the island and need to explain ourselves to somebody.
How for Komrik's honeymoon? I don't know.
And when they ask where his bride is, do we just point at the sea?
I look over to Astrid.
We do have some dresses that would make good honeymoon attire.
It wouldn't be the first time I lied about being married.
And do we just pretend somebody lied to us about Wrecker Isle being a good honeymoon destination, or...
No, we say that it wasn't approved. And we are looking to lie low in a place where no one would find us.
Okay.
Who would come looking here for people?
Can you make a believable couple with Komrik? I mean, I guess that would be the main point.
I mean, I'm sure we can make it work. It also might draw out who's ever sending him the ring.
Linnea's gonna take an involuntary step, just a little step towards Astrid. Like, not even looking at her, just sort of stepping a little closer. Are we doing this as one group then? Or are we doing, like, you go low, we go high? We talk to the business people, you two talk to the other people? I don't know who you talk to on your honeymoon.
Her spouse?
We could separate. We could also say that you're a friend who came along with to support us. That I am your lady's maid. I will never do your hair, I promise.
I didn't say
we all know how well that went last time. And you have if anyone goes looking into you, you have a reputation for being rebellious. You ran away, you went with your lady's maid who married someone she wasn't supposed to.
I feel like we have the framework for a cover story that will absolutely get wildly out of hand.
Yeah, we do need to talk to Komrik and make sure he's okay with this.
Astrid, do you have a ring that would in any way be appropriate for this situation?
Let me contemplate and speak to God about this real quick.
I'm just sitting here eating popcorn. Just keep going.
While Astrid is contemplating religious questions, is it safe to say that Linnea would have a simple band somewhere on her person?
So here's the thing with that question. Are you traveling with jewelry? Yes. Is any of it considered simple? No.
What would the most simple item be? I mean, I know there would probably be something with a stone in it, but...
I was going to say, I think most things that you have will have at least a actual gemstone.
That's fine.
Yeah, pick your favorite non-diamond gem, and
I'm gonna say a sapphire because I feel like it fits the watery theme pretty well.
It does.
And I imagine she has some sort of kohl for makeup. Kohl, not Coal.
I'm sorry, you have to spell that again. I lost it.
Like, she'll have some sort of, like, makeup, dark, like, something for makeup.
Probably.
She would like to kind of rub it.
I mean, it's probably incredibly unhealthy for you, but...
Well, yeah, she doesn't know that.
You have it.
She'll, like, tarnish the ring up a little bit on that powder, and then hold it out to Astrid.
At the same time she does this, Astrid pulls up from her bag and she just has this like thin gold band ring.
And Linnea's just awkwardly standing there, like, holding this out to her finger. Oh, okay. Yeah.
I like yours more. I'll wear yours.
Oh, okay. Well, if you had one, I didn't want to be...
I'm sorry. I had to try and remember if I had one. But I'll wear yours. It's very pretty.
I think just blushing, Linnea is going to hold the ring out to Astrid's hand, and then take her other hand and put the ring in her, kind of flip her hand over and put the ring in her hand so she's not actually putting the ring on.
You're going to make me change the episode title, aren't you?
Yes.
Alright, 2 weddings and a sea serpent it is.
And her her hands are probably shaking.
Panic.
That's the season title.
Astrid is just like kind of looking at the ring like, yeah, I'll wear it. I like puts hers back and it's just like, yeah, I'm okay with this. I'm happy.
I didn't want to assume you didn't have a ring. I mean, you
No, I like yours so much more. I love it. I love it.
Okay, Good choice, Komrik. Happy nuptials, you two.
Uh-huh.
You hear Komrik at the back of the boat, cocking his pistol.
Astrid's gonna get up and go talk to Komrik.
Please, please, I am here for this.
She's
I'd like to do some fish targeting with a pistol. No, just making sure that everything works functionally.
That classic sport, fish targeting.
Fish targeting with a pistol.
She is going to sit down and be like, so we have a plan, but I feel like we need to air some things out. The plan is that we're going to pretend that we're married because we need Mikyl to be on this island and we're hiding.
You understand probably better than most what I just did, and you want to pretend like I'm now. Yep. This is a great idea.
Hey,
you did see the sea serpent that was possibly here.
Yeah.
Because intimidating me to put this ring on.
On the upside, you're probably not going to be the one who gets killed by her. It'll be me. And Linnea doesn't have to try and get a hold of a large amount of money and get possibly kidnapped for ransom. So this works out. Plus,
Please go on.
I'm worried.
Yes.
I'm worried about what's going to happen if things continue to progress, but we don't understand what's happening with the ring and the mermaid. And I'm worried because humans can't breathe underwater, and all of the research I've done says Vaesen can't make you have that ability. So unless there's something I'm missing, you will die if she brings you where she wants you to go.
I have looked at all the books that I could while back at the castle, and I do agree with you. I'm not saying that I might make it out of this. I'm just saying, well, by my actions, I suppose, that I'm here to help you all get past this point. If that means that I don't make it and I find myself at the bottom of the sea, so be it. But that's a decision that I made for me. And here we are.
Well, I don't agree with it. So we're at an impasse. I understand your choice, but I'm not going to let you marry the homicidal crazy person. So what we're going to do now is do this with the added bonus of it might draw out the mermaid. And we're going to try and keep Linnea and Fredrik out of that aspect of this plan as much as possible. Because if we're going to go down, I'd rather they not go down with us.
It's literally exactly why I put the ring on, and that was my thought, was I don't mind going down for this, but at least y'all would be out of it. So I think we have the same idea, but here we are making the crazy homicidal mistakes that we do.
Hey, who would we be without our crazy homicidal mistakes? It's what brought us to this point.
It's what brought us together. Yes.
It has. You left your country and a family I still don't like that much. Linnea is turning her back on society.
Mm-hmm.
You all look confused. Komrik told me a little bit about his family. Astrid does not like them.
I'm mainly confused about Linnea turning her back on society, because Linnea is very much in the 1 foot in, one foot out phase of figuring out what the fuck to do.
Yes, sorry. She's pushing the bounds of society, and I'm pretty sure Fredrik is an assassin, but we just don't know it yet.
You look at Komrik, it seems to be like a light just dawns on it, like a light bulb turns on. Oh, that would explain many things.
Wait.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think that we should go with this idea, especially with Miss Linnea being more high society. We wouldn't want to put her in danger, and I agree. Yes, I just changed my relationship status to it's complicated. Yeah, I think that that would work for what we're doing here and trying to stay as low key. Now, are we going to stick with the father as because I feel like he's in danger also, especially the way he's kind of talks down to people.
I mean, you know how I feel about religious people and who
Number one reason why I'm asking you.
Bring about their untimely death of their own accord.
I raised my ring finger.
Like, let me be clear. If he gets stabbed because he gets mouthy, I feel that's his fault. And it's just another form of suicide. Like, don't get mouthy in bad places.
Read the room.
Yeah, read the room. I feel like they're, yeah, anyway, that was probably a bad statement to make. But like, I mean, I think the most we can do for him is if we happen to be around when he gets mouthy and gets stabbed, like, we try and stop it. You can't save the stupid from themselves. They have to want to save themselves.
Again, I raise my ring finger. Well, I do understand, and I agree with you. We should probably keep an eye out, and I think he might get us set into a situation where we don't need. So yeah, I do agree with you, and I support you in this. I will be the husband that you never wanted. Astrid.
Great. Also, the difference between that stupid and you're stupid is you're stupid with friends who care about you. He's stupid by himself. So.
Well, I do appreciate that, Astrid. Is everybody in on this story?
No, Linnea just embarrassed the shit out of herself. So she's sitting on like the opposite end of the sloop, blushing, like trying to cool her face off. And I don't know what Fredrik's doing, but she is not looking him in the eye if he's anywhere close.
I will point out that Fredrik would absolutely notice the fact that you're studiously avoiding looking at his face. Blushing madly in front of the sloop. After you were downstairs with Astrid for a little while.
Whenever Astrid isn't like, if Komrik and her go silent at all, she's just like playing with the finger that has the ring on it and looking at it.
Fredrik's going to walk up to Astrid and Komrik and be like, "Congratulations, you two." Put their hands in each other's hands, pat them on the shoulders, and then walk away.
I was so worried there was going to be I was so worried there was going to be a fish in that sentence.
They already have the fish.
Fredrik just keeps pulling fish out of anywhere. To just...
Fish out of everywhere.
Yeah.
Astrid is going to instantly look to see if Linnea sees, and if Linnea's looking, she's gonna rip her hand away.
I love this so much.
Yeah, Komrik is looking down and thumbing his pistol. It's just, good God. All right. Is that all, Astrid?
Yeah, we're also gonna have to be like, no more 3-day disappearances.
Oh, I wouldn't plan on it.
Great, that way if you do a 3-day disappearance, we know you're dead. All right, I'm gonna go talk to Linnea.
And also, no more taking other people's packages and or letters, right?
I mean, if I walk into your room and there is a package from a mysterious thing that might be cursed, I just say, let me check it before you touch it.
Astrid, these are boundaries. You said walk into my room, not your room.
I want to be clear. We're going to pretend to be married. I don't get to share a room with Linnea this time.
What's mine is mine, and what's yours is mine. Right, got it. All right.
Yeah, this is unfortunate. I quite like sharing a room with Linnea.
Mm. Okay. This is going to get very complicated. You do understand that.
I'm aware. I think we can do healthy boundaries. Look, here's the deal. Here's what we'll do. We'll compromise since this is a dangerous situation. I won't open your packages, but you agree not to open them in private in case you do get anything happens. So we know that they're happening. Does that seem fair?
Yes, does seem fair.
Perfect. That'll work for me.
Okay.
Okay.
Anything to end this conversation, Astrid. Truly. I'm feeling very uncomfortable, and I just kind of want to think to myself, I don't know what's going on. This has been an interesting boat ride, probably one of my worst, and I've been shipwrecked. So here we are. All right.
Yeah, fair. I'm gonna go see if I can steal Linnea's flask for a little bit.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so if Linnea, wildly blushing at the front of the boat, being stealthily approached by Astrid, who's after her flask.
No, Astrid's just gonna sit down and be like, flask.
Fredrik, is there anything you would like to do at this point?
I guess just check up on Linnea, considering how she has isolated herself to a corner. So, Miss Linnea.
Yep.
Are we okay with our current arrangements of our mission?
Okay is sort of a term you could use. Maintaining, I suppose.
Right. I mean, at the very least, it will also, if word gets out of this supposed union, help probably calm Mr. Maestro down. Maybe not think the worst of our group. And, you know.
He seemed surprisingly not anti our group to begin with, but it might at least not give a bad impression. Yeah.
And if you plan on using his name for the mission, then it's best he perceives the group in a more favorable light anyways.
You have made me realize that it is probably better when we get to shore for me to send him a letter and perhaps get ahead of this. Maybe, of course, not tell him everything, but that way at least he hears something of it from me before someone else gives him the wrong idea.
Wonderful. Here's the addressed envelope. You just have to write it out.
Oh! How on top of things, as always. Thank you.
I figured a little bit of explanation would go a long way.
Thoughtful as always. Fredrik, are you okay? Is this okay for you, this society business?
In what sense?
Would you rather we were just home in Uppsala? Just going to, I don't know, the theater and...
Well, Miss Linnea, since I have been in your care and caring for you, I have simply wanted to make sure you could become who you want to be. And I just want to assist in any way I can. At times, that involves simply being less adventurous.
Okay. I just thought I'd check before we, docked on the island with dead priests and brainwashed girls and see serpent wives.
I mean, if we could handle children turning into monsters, then I'm sure we could handle a fish person.
All right. Okay. Let's do this then.
Yes. Now, are things going to be fine between you and Miss Lindbergh?
We'll make things all right somehow.
Okay. As long as they're not... I was gonna say, too distracting.
No. You know me, steady as a rock.
Always this man.
She's like holding her hands together to keep them from shaking.
Do you still have that ring that ended up not getting used with you? Or did it get put away securely?
Astrid's ring?
Mm-hmm. Who has what ring where?
Astrid has my ring, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we switched rings. I think...
Oh, Astrid kept the gold band?
Yep, and I put it away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure if there was an exchange to be returned later, or if you just gave her yours.
Linnea is not going to ask for collateral.
Mind your headphones.
Besides, Linnea might actually explode if there's an exchange.
Right? Is there anything else you want to do or discuss as a group on this boat before you get to Wrecker Isle? then I think that is an excellent place to go to break.
Oh, perfect.
And we'll return with hopefully Eva's headphones intact and with our arrival at Wrecker Isle. See you soon. Stretch, hydrate.
Anyway, hi, welcome back.
Hi, welcome back indeed.
Then we can accidentally press a single button to end the whole stream.
I mean,
that's easy enough. That's called the power plug.
I was like, have I done that? I don't think I've done that.
No, not yet. Not yet.
Yes.
Anyway, we were coming back to our... I was going to say brave investigators, but there wasn't necessarily anything brave about what happened on that vessel. Some of you are married. Some of you are pretending to be married. Some of you have pretended to be married in the past and are doing it again. Some of you are going to leverage a future marriage, maybe for Cloud here. I'm very excited. Let's get into it. You get to Wrecker Isle, and obviously the first thing you notice is a giant yellow warehouse that has been pointed out to you as the Herring Warehouse. It is affectionately called the Warehouse. I know they have a real schwung for naming things on this island. For the size of this island, this warehouse is a ridiculous size. Next to it, you can spot two other wooden buildings that are... normally they'd be considered large, but because the warehouse is next to them, they don't look that impressive. But they're pretty big. That would be the inn and the Amundsen family residence. The closer your boat is getting, the worse the bustling noises and the shouting and the smell get. You're not sure where the tipping point is, but you go from smell to stench well before you actually set foot on this island. The boat pulls in at a large dock that is very crowded. Sweaty fishermen, sailors hauling barrels of herring, bits of oil are everywhere. A full-rigged ship is about to head out that is trying to, not crush any smaller vessels as it leaves because you have to make reparations. And as it is pulling out, there is this swarm of smaller schooners and barges who are trying to get into that prime parking spot. So there's just sort of a boat fight for proper dock real estate. There are smaller dinghies being used to ferry people and goods between dock and ships that are floating farther offshore. So it takes a little while before your captain actually manages to get you to a dock where you can leave the ship. But he manages in the end. Oscar is hanging back, as agreed upon with Linnea, pretending he's not with you, and you can go ashore. Or you can take one look at the place and decide you don't want to be here. That is a valid choice as well.
Is it can we just go home?
Good luck, Oscar. Bye.
Is there any sort of hotel or lodgings around?
Spoiler alert, the inn. That is it. That is your option.
Oscar said it was the only thing available. Sorry.
There's a steady stream of people going towards the inn and exiting the inn. Probably that one. I will even go to Roll20 and put you on the page with the local map, which is incredibly unhelpful, but I'm giving it to you anyway.
So we should probably...
Oh, that's not very large.
Should we head to the inn?
Yeah, I think it would be very bad if we didn't get rooms.
And this is midday, yeah?
Pretty Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Everyone can roll an observation test if you please.
Ooh.
Howdy,
2
howdy.
6s.
6.
Sixes.
Linnea was trying to get the map upright. We just roll the skill, not the skill plus the other thing, right?
You roll your skill and the other thing.
And the attribute, okay.
Yeah.
One.
Excellent. Well, plenty of successes. You can very clearly tell that there is some extra attention being paid to you and your group.
Linnea is going to draw.
And there were
her-
enough people with 2 6s to a large part of that is that just the way you're dressed and how clean you are definitely at least partially being sized up as targets for good old-fashioned mugging.
So I'll puff up my
Astrid's
chest and try to herd everyone along to the end.
Come along now, children.
Yeah. I'll probably bring up the back and just rest my hand on the hilt of my saber.
Astrid's gonna pull out her knife and keep it out.
Jeez. So subtle.
Did I
No, it's on brand. 100%. Like, this is Astrid. Bow show.
I didn't say I was brandishing it. Like, she just has it out in her hand. Like,
As people generally do walking down the street, just...
Just walking down with a random knife in my hand. It's fine.
it's like on the side in her skirt, like kind of hidden by her skirt. She's not stupid. She's been in rough places. Better to have a knife out and stab someone quickly.
Jeez.
Linnea is just going to stick near Fredrik, not too close, so he has room for whatever he may need to do. And she's going to draw herself up and look as classy and professional as possible, but she's also staying aware of her she's not ignoring
Constant
the
vigilance.
deviousness. Yes, exactly.
Very good. Alright, you get hustled along to the inn. Wish it had a fancier name, but it just doesn't. I was like, no, it's just the inn. You get inside the inn amidst a crowd of sailors. It is a sturdy wooden 2.5 story building. You enter on the ground floor. And then you have... I keep forgetting what the American and what the British way is. There's a first floor, which is not the ground floor. It is the first floor on top of the ground floor.
That's the British way.
And then there's an attic. It's almost as bad as remembering which way is east and which way is west.
That shouldn't change depending on where you are, though.
So, I know I said no tangents, but I play a lot of Mahjong, in which case it is flipped because you're supposedly doing the celestial projection on your player board,
Sure.
and it's killing. Anywho,
I did not have no tangents in my notes, by the way.
my Mahjong
I will put that
problems
down.
aside, you step into a dining room, and you see in front of you to the right, stairs going up, and a number of doors that clearly lead to like kitchens and storage rooms and that sort of stuff. As you walk into this door, you walk into this like solid wall of tobacco smoke. There are sailors at folding tables drinking aquavit. There's lots of people playing cards, although lots no mahjong. The waitresses are scantily clad, lightly dressed. Let's leave it there. I'm not sure if Linnea would have seen this before. They're doing this dance involving chicken feathers in between tables as entertainment. And then there is a corner where we have a very large liquor barrel with perched on top of it a rather harsh-looking woman with a shotgun in hand who is keeping an eye on everyone and everything in this room. Her apron it looks so gross. If she took it off, it could probably stand on its own.
Cool.
We go to is there a front desk? Or what accounts for a front
I think
desk?
she is the front desk.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right.
Yeah.
Astrid's gonna walk up to her.
With your knife out still.
Yeah. It is.
Are
On
you
my
bringing a
side.
knife to a shotgun fight? Because I'm excited. I am thrilled.
No. Astrid poisons people quietly in the night or stabs them in the throat. This when they aren't paying attention. She's not polite. She doesn't believe in honor.
And how did she end up the face of the group going into this?
Right?
Yeah.
Because
wait. Yeah.
No one
Because
is stopping
someone
her.
went, is there a desk? And I'm like, why would there be a desk in this place?
Oh, like a bar top counter.
No. This is like those clubs you go into and you're like, ah yes, the liquor is open where anyone can put anything in it. I'm gonna stick to my flask and not talk to anyone until
Nobody
everyone
can put
decides
anything
to
in
leave.
it. She's sitting on it.
You think that?
Excuse
For
Fredrik
those
for
of you-
having standards.
For those of you interested, there is a giant picture of the lady on the barrel in Roll20.
Oh.
She's very sharp. She's lovely.
Oh.
Yeah.
You just have to get to know her.
Warm and
Thanks.
fuzzy feelings.
There's certainly something
Yeah.
warm and fuzzy about this place.
Very matronly.
Yes.
As you're walking towards this wonderful, wonderful woman, there you can also see waitresses serving food, question mark. I mean, there are sandwiches that look like they're more grease and train oil than butter. If you want to skip out on the aquavit, you can order beer. You might get soundly mocked, but you can if that is what you really want to do with your life. So yeah, lots of good options. As you approach said lady, she just stares at you. She sizes you up. Do you... I feel like this question has already been answered. Do you want to appear as anything you're not?
I walk up behind Astrid and put my arm around her, like on her shoulder, and gently, because what side is your knife on? You're brandishing.
Now those are the
What
questions
is your knife
newlyweds
side?
need to answer. We just
Yeah.
got married.
Is
What
it-
side is your knife on?
Yeah, right side, left side.
Astrid is we're gonna say ambidextrous, but it's on her right side right now.
So he would walk up
Actually,
to her right
left.
side, or
Left.
left side, and put his right arm around her, and then gently go hip to hip so that her arm was behind her back, trying to make it look like we are super friendly, and I'll allow her to talk. I just want to block this view of a knife.
Gosh.
Can you please roll me manipulation?
Oh yeah.
Astrid will let it happen. I mean, it provides more cover for the knife.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I got a talent for this. Oh yeah.
Astrid, I also need a manipulation from you.
Okay.
There's allowing this to happen, and there's looking like this is a normal thing you're used to happening between you and your husband. Those are very different things.
So many die and only 1 6.
Only one.
Oh, I also got 1 6.
I need to look up this wonderful creatures.
Wait, creature?
This might be fun. Creature. Humans are also creatures, you paranoid little...
Yeah, sure.
Mean.
I have 1 6, but I will push this roll.
Ooh.
Bringing me to 3 6s. She sort of rolls her eyes at this display you're making. I will mark down a condition for her as I have pushed her roll.
That makes sense.
So many good options.
Yeah.
Astrid is going to go, do we speak to you or do we speak to a waitress about getting a room?
Rooms are with me, food is with the waiters.
Excellent. We need 3 rooms for multiple nights.
My lovely wife and I are here just vacationing.
You have excellent
And
taste
we have
in
our
vacation spots.
we have our companions with us that would like a room independently. How much would that cost?
Well, we have very few rooms and very many people. Will be very expensive.
Well, do you have 3 rooms available?
I will
I
check.
think it's okay.
And when she says, I will check, she sort of snaps finger rudely. And you see this incredibly dumb-looking brute sort of take hand signals from her and go upstairs. I think I don't have to make you roll. You're smart enough. This is either Pete or Pace or Paul.
Astrid's going to
We
offer...
know Pace is okay.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Paul's missing.
Paul.
Astrid's going to offer to provide some entertainment in the form of reading people's futures in the bar. To spice our offer to stay here over the other people.
Very nice. Okay, you get a number of drunk sailors who are, of course, very interested in hearing mainly about whether or not they're going to drown anytime soon, and details about their future love lives, and less in the will I be married and have 4 children, and
Yes.
more of a which of these 6 do I have a shot with?
And she's going to kind of look at the matronly, the matron, the mom, the person sitting on the thing, and like
Godmother Abela, yes.
Godmother Abela, and be like, over the other people that are here, we can at least offer more entertainment for your guests.
They're entertained with the aquavit.
Aquavit is nice, but sometimes this is
It's
nice.
disgusting, but sells well.
Yes, I'll give you a cut of the profit.
3 rooms?
3 rooms.
We can make it happen.
Perfect. Ash is going to charge, like, what would be reasonable?
At this point, like, you're going to have to go with like a flexible price range. Sailors, coppers, captains, silver.
Okay.
Shockingly, there are no other tourists here.
Yes. Once we put our bags away, she'll come downstairs and she's going to do all fake readings unless either the godmother or any of the sons come over to her table, then she's going to do actual readings.
Okay. The godmother has no interest. As I linked in the Discord, you can only stay in this inn if you achieved resources 4 or higher at the start of this mystery, which you did. However, this is going to permanently mark you down a resource.
Ooh.
All right.
What were we at when we came? Was it 6?
As a group, we were at
6.
7, I thought.
I think you went to 6 with your travel arrangements.
I had 6. You got 2.
Right.
And but you had to spend 1 on just getting here.
Just getting there. Yeah.
So we're at 6 now total.
Yep.
Can we not go down if I'm splitting the profits with the...
No, you're only going down 1 because you're splitting the profits.
Okay.
Otherwise, you'd be down 2 to 4.
Got it.
Man. Price gouging.
But yeah, if any of the sons...
I mean, if you have a monopoly and a shotgun.
If any of the sons or anything come over, I'm going to attempt to read their actual future.
They're being kept quite busy at this particular point in time. Again, a number of new boats docked, so there's a lot of new people coming in. But, you know, they're side glances. They might be interested. You do overhear one of them remark that, you know, you have too many clothes on to be interesting.
Makes sense.
Astrid, like, would it be weird if Astrid changed into her pants, by the way? Because if we got a room...
In the middle of the dining room? Yes.
No. Like, I mean, if we put our... Like I said, after we put our stuff up in our room, I would come down with, like, my reading stuff. But, would this be a place where it'd be weird if Astrid was in pants?
Honestly, yes.
Okay.
There's already this big thing that sailors have against women being bad luck in general, and then going even further from the norm, it increases your odds of getting severely beat up.
Fair.
I did put the map of the inn in Roll20 and moved you to it for those of you who want to see the... my mind just completely lost the word. Not a blueprint.
Yeah, the map.
Layout?
Layout. The layout. Thank you, Jesus. It was supposed to be layout, and then my brain first went, say playground, and then everything short-circuited because I know it's not right. So if you try playing games in a language that isn't your own, okay? It's real hard.
Can Fredrik try to get a read on what possibly one of the sons of
Yeah, pick your poison. Which one do you want? What do you want to know?
the one who's checking up on the rooms, trying to, I don't know, figure out which one he is, you know, and how he's as dumb as everyone says he is.
Okay. The one checking out the room, you figure out by people sort of yelling at him, is called Pete.
Pete. Okay.
And just, you don't even have to like interact with him yet. Just being in his general aura, yeah, he's dumb. He is very obedient. But when Avela said that she'd make 3 rooms happen that involved basically grabbing someone's stuff and putting it in the hallway, you know, which he did with this big smile on his face because making people's lives worse is what he enjoys doing.
Of course. so he's.
I think the quotation from the letter was feeble-minded but dangerous.
Yes, I stand by that.
Yeah, I stand correct. Yeah. Yeah,
I
I'm
don't know if I showed you their picture. I think I put it in the Discord.
Yeah,
I think you did.
I can
Yeah.
put it in roll
yeah.
20 if you want.
they have no neck.
Would be nice. Thank you.
Right.
Oh yeah, and then there's that one semi like pretty one. That's the favorite.
Yeah, I'm gonna
This
look
one-
for Zacharias.
This one's I put Pete and Pace in the roll 20. You don't see anyone matching the description you got from Zacharias.
Mm-hmm.
Of Justine or of the pretty one. I have his
Justina Johansson.
Yeah.
I mean, you're assuming that one of the scantily clad women waitressing with chicken feathers might be her? But a lot of them are blonde and pretty because, you know, hiring practices cater to your crowd. 1 sec. The beast briefly awoke and it wasn't a sea serpent.
Oh, the beast.
Oh.
What would be
The
the
tiny beast.
off-brand?
She just rolled herself off her bed.
Oh.
Oh.
What would be the?
She's as
Very
tired as
tired.
I am and tried to stretch and just went "Bleh."
Oh, puppy.
Sorry. Keep going.
What's the knockoff chicken version of Hooters? Would it be like Cluckers? Is that where we are?
Mother cluckers.
Okay.
Other hen.
I
Okay.
think Cluckers is probably either that or just straight up feathers. Capital F.
While Astrid is doing fake fortune telling, is there anywhere to sit?
Oh, absolutely. There's a lot of questionable chairs at fold-out tables with sailors who would be happy to have you sit with them. There's also several laps on offer.
Linnea already knows how Fredrik feels about that. Somehow her not background, but after her time getting to Arnesburg, I think she's reasonably comfortable with the sailor situation. In the general sense, so if there is an empty table near some of them, near enough to not be standoffish, but also absolutely not sitting in anyone's laps. Definitely too close, probably for Fredrik's liking.
Oh yes, definitely too close, but you can squeeze in.
Yeah, that's fine. She doesn't mind squeezing. And then she'd like to try and get the attention of one of the waitresses.
And every time one of the sailors offers Linnea their lap, Fredrik steps forward. He's like, "Oh, are you talking to me?" Intimidating gesture.
I think like the second or third time you do that, one of them goes, "Sure, why not? Come here, big fella."
Yeah.
Astrid just cheers from the corner. He goes, "Get him, Freddy!"
Oh no, we put Astrid in a tavern again.
Sure did.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
Sure did. How many people are in this tavern? About roughly?
Let's see. About identifiable as people?
Mm.
About 34.
Awake people. 34?
Yeah, about 34.
So it's full. It's busy.
It's packed.
Gotcha.
Weirdly specific. Okay.
I finally know the answer to a question, and now I'm too specific.
Do I get a waitress?
You get a waitress, yes.
Let me rephrase that. Does a waitress come over? That's...
She most certainly makes her way to your table in a flood of chicken feathers and herring smell.
Hi.
Hello.
I am very curious to know what you would recommend here.
The aquavit.
Okay.
It makes everything just that much better, you know? While you're thinking about that statement, she sidles over to Fredrik, puts a hand on his shoulder. Hi, my name's Elsie.
Does she seem like sober?
Yes.
Okay. She's just like friendly,
assuming, better tips from the gentleman.
valid.
Also, Fredrik is currently, sorry to say, built like a beefcake.
Oh, absolutely.
And out of all the men in this joint, he's probably the best smelling.
Yeah, no
Potpourri.
Not
offense.
everyone
every
can
time.
afford to have high standards.
That's and what does what does that run exactly?
Basic aquavit and sandwiches are with the rooms, because you got rooms.
Good, excellent. I guess my question is, we're celebrating our friend's honeymoon, and I just wanted to buy a round. For
Like, she's half listening to you while sort of petting Fredrik. Because he hasn't told her no.
No, Linnea's thrilled.
Which room are you staying in?
Yeah, Fredrik, which room are you staying in?
One of no one's concern.
Ooh,
Oh.
it's a little spicy.
He's a tough nut to crack, but he's got a good heart.
Don't worry, I'll give it my best go.
I'm sure you will. About that round for the dining room, what would that round
For the
about
whole
be?
entire dining room? For everyone in here?
Just curious.
Well, if we're going to break character for just a second, probably about a resource. It's a lot of aquavit.
Or loggers, my good lady.
Is it possible for me to use one of my resources?
Sure.
Just
Well-
buying for the whole.
You know, it's just anything for the happy couple, right?
Did you want to give a toast with it? Because then we can sort of like, there's not a lot of us, but we can like try timing the pouring and the toasting.
That sounds amazing.
Wonderful. I'll let the bagel know and we'll start pouring. Just let me know. Do you need like something to stand on while you toast?
Oh, how sturdy is my chair?
It's just so romantic. Nobody ever does anything romantic around here. I'm so down with this.
Yes, I would love to make a toast.
Perfect. She hustles off in his feathers.
She knows nothing about this. She's at a different table reading some sailor's like fake fortune.
If there are
Oh
any-
yeah, no, you're like, no, the upside down moon means the clap will go away on its own. Don't worry about it.
The medical side of Ashton is like, yeah, no, he's gonna die.
Yeah, don't worry, the brain goes before the body does.
It's all good. When you start getting aggressive, just, it's fine.
If there are any
Sailor's
feathers
fun.
left on the table, Linnea will just like slide one or two into her bag to scrapbook for Fredrik later.
I thought you were gonna like put one in his lapel, but yes, you can absolutely scrap
Nice.
one for Fredrik later. The chicken feather dancing waitresses start pouring little glasses of aquavit, and the timing's a little difficult. This isn't like a polite place where people wait with drinking, so half of the people have already had their aquavit. Because, you know, as soon as you hand them something, they drink it. It's that simple. But some of them are sort of going, what's going on? And Elsie sort of hustles back and pulls out a slightly more sturdy looking stool for you to stand on and sort of goes, everyone, a toast! And out of the 34 people, I think roughly 8 of them look at you.
At this point, if it makes her happy, I'll do it. Oh, Elsie. She's going to put her hand out for Fredrik's help getting up onto the new stand.
Your podium.
My
Your
podium.
As you're doing this, Fredrik, Elsie sort of checks out the biceps. Yeah. Nice. You must work out so much. Can you show me? Can you teach me?
Oh, he does. He does. He has a nightly workout routine if you're, not busy later.
Nightly?
And she'll raise up her glass or my water container. Excuse me, everyone. I just wanted to give a little toast to my dear, sweetest friends, Komrik and Astrid, recently married, enjoying their honeymoon on this unique island. I hope you'll all join me in raising a glass to hope and love, and I think at this point, like, she's just staring at Astrid. And I hope everyone has that special person that makes their lives a little brighter, a little richer.
In the distant corner, you hear a sailor throw up.
Yeah, someone who really, overfills your heart, sir. Just like that. Right. A toast to the happy couple. And she's just gonna knock her drink back. It doesn't feel like a sipping drink.
It really isn't. The few people who were sort of paying attention do this half-hearted here. And with the fact that, Astrid is currently surrounded by sailors to get their fortune read. Komrik is who knows where. There's a lot of remarks about, leaving your young new wife alone with sailors and crystal balls.
Yeah, like a minute later, Komrik
You're getting
comes
a lot
down.
of unwanted advice about how to deal with things.
Yeah, a minute later, Komrik comes down the stairs because he heard his name. What happened? Okay. But I do want to.
You need to keep your woman in line.
I get that a lot, actually. You would not be wrong. I would like to look for just if there was any like ritual, like Vaesen ritual, anything that I could notice that would kind of stand out in the inn or
in the inn.
Yep.
Okay. Roll investigation.
Oops.
That's a solid start.
Right. 2 6s.
2 6s. Not necessarily in the inn as like there's no altar, There's not even like the typical milk out for pixies. It's pretty bare bones. There's nothing in the inn that says, you know, sacrifice
This
priest
is-
here
yeah.
for herring. You know, that's
Right.
but the sailors are just covered in occult shit because superstition keeps them alive. So it's hard to tell what's serious Vaesen knowledge and what is just, you know, if 18 charms are good, 19 charms are better.
Noted.
I think Fredrik is also gonna give a toast after Linnea's done. He's gonna
While Komrik is already downstairs this time?
yes.
Okay. Just checking.
Yes. He'll get up, do the usual clinking of glass thing. He's like, to Linnea and Astrid, to Komrik and Astrid, may their children be bountiful, and they are accepting fish if you want to give a gift.
As soon as you say may their children be bountiful, you hear a lot of, yeah, get her bread! And more of that level of... They didn't start it, but they will finish it.
Komrik is blushing.
Did any of the sailors who are currently getting their fortune read say that?
Probably there was probably one near you because this is a very it's almost a reflex, this response. There's clearly no thought behind it. People are going up to Komrik going, do you know how this works? Do we need to explain things to you? We can rent you someone to teach you if that's where this is going wrong.
Astrid would like to read the actual fortune of that sailor and find out how he dies. And then tell him.
You would like to use your occult powers in public? Is that what I'm hearing?
You want to know it on second hand? Probably not.
I'm just checking.
Just confirming. Yeah.
The God spoke and reason came back.
Tis a rare occasion.
Yes.
Sorry, Komrik, yes, please. Continue.
I got nothing to say. I just wanted to join. Everybody's said enough already. Komrik's just gonna join the Linnea and Fredrik at their table.
Bold choice.
All right. Yep. I'll point out that as you walk away from your supposed wife and go sit with Linnea and Fredrik, Abela still makes that face. Like, she saw through you. It might have caused her condition, but she fucking knows. As you're walking past, some of the sailors around Astrid are going, if he's not coming in, I'm just, we're here, you're here. It's, he looks very fancy. If you want like a real man, just let me know. And sort of slides off his chair at the end of that sentence.
Yes, because real man pass out on the floor. Who can't hold their liquor, right? She says this to the other sailors.
Hey, if your friend keeps buying, we're good.
Accurate.
All right. Is there anything else you would like to do in this tavern? I mean, imagine lots of things, but in the 6 minutes we have left tonight.
How much money did Astrid make?
Oh, that went straight into making up for the resources for your rooms.
Okay.
So basically, every time someone gave you coin, some of the waitress sort of went, carried it off.
Read to split it with her.
Yes, 100-0.
All right.
Mm.
Whatever.
There
saved us money.
No one discussed splits. One of the final people who comes sit across from you, Astrid, is somewhat older, looking fisherman. Pretty far gone. Pretty damn drunk. He sits across from you, and rather than asking you about, his fortune or his health or whatever, he stares at you, but like in kind of a freaky way. And he sort of shakes his finger at you. You know the way normally when you're like, ooh, someone. He means it and just says, young miss, if you value your life, you should leave this island as quickly as possible. Sea gives, and the sea takes away. And soon it'll take you too, if you're not careful. The new moon is almost here.
Interesting. Can I see your hand?
Oh, don't be ridiculous. I don't believe in any of that. And he gets up and just...
I noticed you have a cut, and I have some healing salve, and I would clean your cut.
Oh, don't worry, I've got it. Good as new. See you around, ma'am. And he gets up and walks away. Spit covering his uncut hand. And that's where we'll leave it. You didn't TPK, I'm so proud of you.
I was trying to get someone's blood and you stopped me.
We win!
Yay.
I
it's Grant!
I almost I helped you avoid the TPK by not letting you use your powers in a inn full of 34 people.
Right?
Valid.
Oh man.
I mean...
I wanted his blood to do it upstairs.
I'm well aware. And yet here we are. Graham, I don't have to give them corruption. They're fucking it up enough as it is.
I think we do that ourselves.
Look, one of them's married to either a mermaid or a serpent or something worse. The other two are pretending to be married, while the other one wants to be married to one of them and not the one they're going to marry. And meanwhile, Fredrik is wondering what the hell he walked in on.
He's just enabling all of it. He's like...
We need
And
a
giving
big
people
diagram.
fish.
He might have a date
Maybe.
with the
Giving
waitress
people
later, though.
fish.
Congratulations.
Oh yeah,
Here's the
he might
fish.
marry Elsie.
He
Right.
is definitely, if he wants Elsie, she's his.
Yeah.
Fredrik, marry Elsie.
Mm.
Anywho, I am very tired. And I am going to say goodnight and go to bed. And we will see you again, barring any emergencies, dog competitions, and real life issues or tech issues. I feel like I should include tech issues at this point.
I figured it out.
Provided our streamer has a stable internet connection.
Yes.
We will be back next week
Yes.
with more of whatever this is.
Yes.
Yeah. Bye, everybody.
Good night,
Bye,
everyone.
I